you. I'm gonna continue on this question line. So my understanding is Republic and Mesa, as my colleague has mentioned, merger was completed November 25th, but your ethics agreement required you to have divested by July 9th. So that was quite a ways before the merger was completed. Why is the merger relevant to your decision? I mean, you brought this up. You brought up the merger. Why is it relevant to whether or not you divested before July 9th?
What's the July 9th date again?
That was your ethics agreement required that you divested by July 9th of 2025.
Oh, I didn't onboard to the FAA until July 10th, so I'm not sure where the July 9th date comes from.
Well, even then, 60 days when you are onboarded would still get you before the November 25th, 2025 merger date.
That's correct, which is why I sought an extension from the...
On the last day.
Well, I've been working with the career officials. And
so you're blaming the career officials?
No, I'm saying that there was transparency here. There was no attempt to hide anything.
Okay, well, now that it's happened, if you had sold your Republic shares on July 9th or 10th, the share price would have been $14.40 per share. Today, it's $19.94. Will you forfeit any profit from your failure to comply within the 90-day deadline?
I'm not sure where you're...
When you eventually sell, if you eventually do divest, if the shares have increased in value since whenever your divested deadline was, will you forfeit those profits? Give that money back to the taxpayer, do something with it. Because you're taking advantage and you're making more money off of it.
My broker is instructed to sell the shares, as soon as he reasonably can once the shares are reissued.
Right, but I'm asking you about the profits. If you had sold if you had sold when you were supposed to, the shares were worth $14.40 per share. At this current point in time, they're worth $19.94 per share. So that's a $5 per share profit.
I can't deal in hypotheticals. It's possible the share price could have gone down.
Okay. Well, they're up. If you make a profit, what are you gonna do with the profits? I mean, you were supposed to divest, and you haven't.
I followed my recusals. I followed the ethics agreement. I worked with the career officials to seek an extension. And unfortunately, due to their lack of response, I'm in a position where the shares don't exist to sell.
But you could have sold them. You could have sold them without asking for you could have sold them when you promised us that you would have.
I've been completely transparent with the ethics officers, including how the agreement came together. My intention was always to complete the merger and to sell the shares in the market. That was my intention coming into government.
Right, but my point is you were supposed to divest within 60 days and you didn't. So as you were getting to day 56, 57, 58, 59, you can't blame this on the ethics officer. You're the one who chose not to call your broker and say, sell, I have 60 days to sell.
And anyone, I'm simply attempting to tell you what actually transpired. Okay.
So you chose not to make the decision to call your broker to say, it's day 59 or it's day 60, sell the shares. I made a promise to the United States Senate that I would divest
to sell the shares. It's a private company. There's no market to sell the shares.
I think you're going to be coming back before this committee.
I'm sorry?
I think you're going to be coming back before this committee to answer these questions. I yield back, Mr. Chairman.
I do welcome your oversight. Thank you.